Welcome and thank you very much for checking out my review of Becky, directed by Jonathan Milott or Milott and Cary Murnion, and it stars Lulu Wilson and Kevin James, and holy shit, I need to talk about this. Becky tells the story of a teenager who goes with her father to their lake house over a weekend, but suddenly a group of convicts breaks in and starts to wreak havoc and turning things very bad for them. Now, walking in, the only thing I knew about this movie was that Kevin James was actually playing a serious role for a change, so I was immediately interested, and as soon as I started watching this film, something that caught me off guard was that the main star, Lulu Wilson, is the main girl from Annabelle Creation, the one good Annabelle movie. And I gotta tell you, if you like rated R movies plus Home Alone but with a serious tone to it, this movie's for you. Lulu Wilson is a freaking star. I loved her in this movie. She plays the very innocent girl very well, the very fragile type of girl that you expect to see when you first look at her, but then she plays what the character turns into this film also very well. She is fierce in her performance. I really loved her in this. But also Kevin James, he can act. Who knew? Honestly, I had no idea. I have never seen this dude in anything beyond the Adam Sandler comedies or the non-Adam Sandler comedies, but they're equally shit, but holy crap, this dude is intimidating in this film. He's a neo-Nazi and shit, I was afraid of him. The movie is also very wise at shooting him because he isn't the tallest guy. Even in this movie, and even in the group of convicts, he's not the tallest guy, but the film is very wise at how they shoot him and making him an imposing presence, not only to the family of Becky herself, but also amongst his group of convicts. The film chooses very deliberately the shots in which it presents this character, and it really works for how they want to present him. And the action is great. It's very violent. It's very gory at points. It fits into the tone that this film is going for. This film is very irreverent. It's very funny at points, but it's also very shocking, and it wants to introduce that shock, and it lays it out very well. It might seem gratuitous for people who are not very much into gore. I'm not against it. It's also not my favorite thing in the world. I liked how it was presented in this film. Sometimes I had to look away, and it takes a lot for me to do that. The film has this sense of raw satisfaction when you see the violence ensuing. Seeing bad things happen to bad people is extremely satisfying in this film, and this film does a really great job at making you not like the bad guys in this film. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's easy to want to see these motherfuckers suffer. As far as issues are concerned, I'll say the script is very surface level at points. Becky can at points feel invincible more than she does in other portions of the film. For the majority, it's, I want to say, perfectly believable that she does what she does, but there are small moments, there are seconds, there are instants in this film where it's a little too much. The film is also very simple. It's effective in its simplicity, but very bare bones. There's no subtext to anything. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something more that the film could have had. And even though I like the villains and I like Kevin James' performances, you don't really get their motivations. You know what they want in this film, but you never get to know why they want it, why it is important to them, and why they can't get it any other way. The film is effective, the film is violent, the film has a lot of fun with itself, it's shocking, it's irreverent, it's funny at points. This film has a really dark but good sense of humor. The performances are off the charts. I was extremely surprised by this film. I recommend you check it out because it's one of the most fun movies I have seen this year. I might have some issues I need to take care of as well. I'm giving Becky a B. Thank you so much for watching my beautiful geekies. You are the best, and let me know your thoughts on Becky and what is the most fun film you've seen in 2020 thus far. Stay tuned for many more reviews and check out the latest episode of Geeks at the Roundtable, where me and Zach Pope welcome Mothman Jones into the show and talk best Star Wars characters. I hope to see you in the future videos to come and in the podcast episodes. So until then, stay beautiful, stay geeky, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video because it really helps me and the channel a lot. But most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies.